Hello, this is Mr. Yeldrath, and I am making another Minecraft video. I just finished recording the last segment of the last video. That's why all of my armor is still off. So, I lied slightly during that video. It's been a little bit longer since I have finished this stuff. It's just been taking me a while to edit. But, the other day, I traveled to the Nether for... I don't want to talk about how long. I don't want to talk about how many fortresses I found. But I went to go to an bastion to get netherite and some smithing upgrades. So I want to go kill the Ender Dragon, but I don't want to do it in just diamond armor, because I feel like there's a higher chance I'll die if I'm just wearing diamond. So I want to upgrade to netherite. So I've gotten all of my armor stuff prepared, like all of these. I managed to get this Wither Skull, not necessarily this one, but one of them, like, in like one of the like third fortresses I visited. I found like 15 before I found one bastion of any kind. I don't know how. Then, like, on my way back in the fortress, right by the nether entranceway and everything, I killed a wither skeleton, dropped a skull. Then one right behind it chasing it picked up its skull. I killed the third wither skeleton out of the three. So one dies, two picks up its skull. I kill three, it drops the skull. I kill two, it drops its skull and the one it was wearing. I got 3 skulls from 2 withers. I was just very impressed with myself with that. But yeah, got some netherite, only 6 pieces. But yeah, that is basically it. I enchanted my shield. I found another pickaxe in one of the bastions, so I've gotten pickaxes and I've crafted some elytra, so I can go end raiding after I kill the dragon. But I need to figure out what I want to use with the web pattern, because I like the web pattern. That is one of the better patterns, I think. I could use diamonds. That's a decent choice. I could use gold. That's another strong choice. Don't really want to use redstone. Do I have amethyst? No. I do not have. But let me check. I might out here. I am a huge fan of purple. It is like my favorite color. So if I have amethyst in the shard form, I can use that. I don't think that I do. You do not. And you also do not. Yeah, no, I do not have the shards. So I cannot use that now. Eventually, I'll probably replace it. Ooh. Okay, I am going to... I need 2 of these, and I need some logs. Okay. Is it this? No, it's not. Okay. It's this one. And no, I'm not gonna place it though. Let's move over here to, well, everything else is piled. Eventually I am going to build like an actual storage area. Don't worry, I'm not just going to have a chest monster forever. I'm not one of those people. It annoys me that it's not perfectly organized. So I need to take off my armor. Okay. Get my first piece of netherite. See, the fact that it uses smithing templates right now, and the fact that it took me so long to get them, makes me so nervous when doing this. the netherite, that's like no problem for me. But the smithing templates, that's the hard part. I'm just double checking. Got that. There it is. There it is. Okay. Okay. Because it took me like a full 7 hours of searching just to find the first one. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do my sword because, you know, netherite sword is just really good. And then I'm gonna do this new pickaxe, Silk Touch. I'm gonna do web. Do I want diamond? What's the diamond look like? Cannot see it. Okay, you can see the gold. Not very well though. At least I can't see it very well. Like with the purple undertones of the enchantment glint, it isn't very visible to me. At least. So I am back with the amethyst. See, I like this. Definitely, I think the good call though to do the amethyst. This isn't gonna be like my permanent armor or anything. It's just like at least my for now armor. Yeah, I think that works with everything. With all of this. Yeah. So, I guess the next thing is to get, like, all of this put away. Oh, also, I got cherry trees from one of the Wandering Trails. I don't know if I'd mentioned that before. It's probably, like, a little snippet of it in the time-lapse. But just in case, I figure I should say something verbally. I need a bed. Let's do grey wool. It does not matter to me right now. Yeah. Okay. Up. Sleep through the night. Nope, apparently I cannot yet. I need ender pearls. I need some blaze rods. Yeah, I think this says a little bit about how long I was in the nether getting all of this stuff. I don't think I'll need more than 12. Just in case, I don't want to be the person that doesn't bring extra resources. Okay, let's sleep. Then it is time to go and kill the Ender Dragon. We've got arrows, blocks, equipment. I want to bring some obsidian if I have any, which I should. You know, made a big nether portal and stuff. I should have some spare. Oh, I guess. Ooh, that way. Okay, well, I guess I am off. I'm probably not going to, like, actively talk through this, because I am somewhat tired. But I will time-lapse the travel, the journey to the end fortress. I'm actually not going to fight the dragon today either, because, you know, it's 2:40 in the morning. I would rather do that well rested. Just because, you know, hardcore, and I don't want to die killing the Ender Dragon. It seems like one of the more basic parts of Minecraft. Got down to half a heart getting the armor trims and stuff. That was very eventful. Basically a ghast shot me, or like a ghast spawned on the bridge that I had made to like raid the fortress, to raid the like tall chests. And escaping it, I jumped down onto the bridge that below me, and it was like just far enough to get me to like half health. And then I did it again, and it got me to like half a heart while I was sprinting away from a ghast over lava. Yeah. It's slightly scaly, you know. Yeah. I have fun with this. I definitely don't get paranoid that, like, anything I do is going to have far-lasting, irreversible consequences on any of this. So, that's nice. Okay, hello, I'm in. Ignore all of the replay mod and stuff, images and everything. I'm in the end, and it's time to kill the dragon. I'm probably going to... Whoa, gods. Probably going to end up time-lapsing most of this, just because the actual fight might take a little while. And I don't particularly want to worry about talking the whole time I'm fighting the Ender Dragon. I missed, okay. I want to start by taking out one of the caged towers, just because those are the hardest. Nope, not quite. It's roasting, okay. But there we go. Now I am in danger. I don't actually have bottles either, so... Okay, they're after the dragon. That's nice. See, I like the fact that I'm a good shot in the game. Very helpful. Only one left, too. dragon fight isn't super challenging either, which is what makes it odd. That this is like the final boss, where we have stuff like the Wither, which is actually somewhat of a challenge to actually fight. Go. So yeah, it doesn't even have like changing in states or anything like that. get a lot of XP now. Woo. Hooray. I don't really have anything I can use to get to the egg. I'll come back for it when I come to get the... Well, when I leave the end, I will take the egg with me. Makes sense. So I'm going to go through the gateway, and then I'm going to probably do a time lapse of me killing shulkers and looting stuff until I leave. Oh god, that music was terrifying. As you watch this video, the name may feel strange. The End and Rebirth of Eden. The end seems evident, as I had not yet killed the Ender Dragon, which could have been discerned from before I started the video, when I had not yet killed it. But Eden, what is that? Why is it being rebirthed? Well, that is what I am here to tell you. This is a non-exhaustive dive into a dead server, so I'm leaving the unimportant plot points out while attempting to create the bizarre ideas of teens into a compelling story. In 2021, during the lockdown, I was a homeschooled teenager who loved Minecraft, and my best friend decided that he wanted to start a server with our friend group we had at the time. So, inspired by the Dream SMP, we were off. We had a loose idea of what we wanted to do, but it all started with a small shack we used as a collective storage building in the town hall at spawn. After the first week, we all moved apart across the world. The owner of the server and 4 others to the east. 2 siblings stayed around the town hall, and I went to the far north, and befriended a salmon that would soon spark a war over the entire server. To the east of spawn, the owner started building a castle in a mountain, around 500 blocks away, where he proclaimed himself king. And for simplicity, the 3 with him were Mushroom Man, who was the adopted prince, a furry, whom I would rather not talk about, but will be important later, and the sibling of the furry, who didn't do much. Later, when new people joined the server, they would all settle in the mountains, and expand the castle. They were all close allies with the 2 that stayed at spawn, Mushroom Wizard, who was not around much, and their sister, and they all spent most of their time working together. I built a cabin around 2,000 blocks to the north with my salmon, gathering power while alone. The players around spawn decided that they wanted to start doing lore, and get me involved more with everyone. They planned to charge my fish with war crimes against the mushroom people, this being the reason there was only one mushroom person, and we decided that they would come to imprison me and take my salmon to be executed. I, however, was not involved when they decided how and when they were going to do this. The only one of whom I talked to during this time of the server in the lore was the king to the east of spawn, as we had dealings. He warned me of what was to come, and I began to prepare for battle. I gathered my resources to prepare for war, enchanted my armor, which was only diamond at the time because there was only one nether portal at spawn, although in the end, all my preparations were fruitless. When they arrived, I was prepared to fight, but they claimed they would kill my salmon as soon as they defeated me if I didn't come with them, and that they wouldn't kill it if I didn't. So we returned to spawn, where they banished me to the nether, and destroyed the portal behind me, and thus began my banishment. Over the 3 weeks I was trapped in the nether, I continued to amass more power. I started by gathering netherite, and then I started building a castle in a lava lake. Then I was contacted by the owner of the server. He said that the others were planning to kill my salmon 1 week from now. I needed a plan, and luckily for me, I had one. I began by traveling to the nether fortress, and I gathered wither skulls. Once the time had come, I made a new portal and emerged in front of the machine they had created to kill my salmon. When I stepped through and they saw me, they hurriedly tried to activate their machine, which meant they needed to place the water with the salmon, and I quickly picked it up in a bucket of my own. After I had it, that is when the fight started, and I was severely outnumbered. The closest thing I had to an ally on the server was the owner, who had told me that he would not fight me when I did this. So I enacted my plan, and spawned 2 withers to distract the others while I made my escape. It worked on all but one of them, and she started chasing me. We fought until I fell down one of the server owner's mine shafts, where I escaped through their confusing mining tunnels and fled far to the south. After I escaped the battle, I later heard that the others incurred heavy damages during the battle with the 2 withers, and that the furry decided that they wanted to create a new town to the southeast, about 2,000 blocks away, over an ocean. Unbeknownst to them, I had taken up residence in a sea temple in that ocean, where I was slowly transforming it into a safe home. I called this home Eden. My plans for it were never finished, because one of the people from the new town found me and brought the others to capture me. This is where I pull back the curtain. I had plans for what I wanted to do on that server. We all did, but after that, I had my rules taken, and we never logged back on. We talked about it a few times, but after the first weeks, we stopped talking to the person who had my things, and eventually the server was wiped because of inactivity. I never got to finish what I had started. I never completed what I set out to do. Now it's been 4 years. I'm in college, which I started that summer. Some people from that server drifted off over the years, and all but one I no longer talk to. I don't miss what I never got to do on that server. I miss who I was when I did it, and I miss the uninhibited wonder of a child being creative. I miss the friends I had, even if we stopped talking for good reasons. However, I think this is in some small way how we all feel about things we loved in the past, but the truth is, we have changed just as much as the things we loved have in our memories, and that, in some small way, is being human. Hi, it's been a while, and I have been walking, as you've seen in the time-lapse. There's actually more that I've done that I would like to show you, because the editing of it didn't make it into the time-lapse. So, for all of the moss I gathered, I needed a moss farm. And I decided I wanted to build a building. It's going to be the first building in this expansion of my town. And it's not done because I kind of just stopped working on it. I'm going to be honest. I ran out of resources that I had gathered. But this is it. I've got ender chest. This is for bone meal. I can put bone meal in here and it runs through everything. This is where moss comes, and if I get excess moss, it all gets turned into bone meal here. And all of the bone meal that is here is excess because I've got the bone meal feeding back into, feeding it back into itself up top. Ew. So this is a design that I made myself, so it's very janky. There's a level down there which turns on the circuit, water. This was a pain to design. This is just for flipping the trapdoors at the right time and flipping that at the right time, which is controlled by something somewhere else. But yeah, there's simple words down. Next time I build one, I'm gonna try and follow a guide. The guide I found just didn't work. So, other stuff I've done. In the... Oh, why? Okay, there we go. In building the... In draining and building Eden, one of the things that I really needed to do was have a kind of staging area for me to hold loot and stuff like that. So I built a boat. Now, this is a design that I found on Reddit, and I will send the... I'll show the screenshot of the instructions I followed here. And yeah, I designed this boat, and I also... There's an anchor down there. I also used a design for a crane that I found, and if I still have it saved, I will show that here. Yeah, I decided to have the crane here, lowering the little dinghy into the water to, like, symbolize the new discovery of this place. But yeah, this is it for the top. I have this here, which is like the captain's quarters. And then if I go down here, this is meant to be a crew deck area. And a little medical area. This is meant to be like a medical area for the ship. I was reading a fan fiction while I designed this, and it inspired me to do that. So in here, this is the opening area so I could fly down in. This is actually all carpet on top of powdered snow, so you don't take fall damage when you land on it. This is a mix of all of the different resources that I use when building. Some beds, okay. So this is a bunch of the stuff that I used while building, and then a bunch of beds, which I would fly off to and sleep. I'm gonna sleep before I show you Eden. Okay, so time to fly off. Yeah, the idea for this is it's gonna be like a newly discovered land kind of thing. Or not really land, but a newly discovered place. Or rediscovered. So this is it currently. It is unfinished. I ran into a few problems while working on it. Biggest of which is I don't want to just spend hours AFKing and just getting prismarine. So that's like the biggest problem. Because I have a whole inside decorated, I have a whole outside area decorated. It's a whole thing. But I've got little rivers that are gonna run through and run down. Under here is one of my favorite areas that I built, but it's not really visible outside. And it wasn't during the time lapse either. It's just kind of like this little underground area. These are gonna be water and everything, and I've got a ton of stuff done for that. Then this is an amethyst that was here. And through here is where I put a guardian farm, which come down here. This is how I've been getting all of the prismarine for everything. Most of it's still back at the chest monster I have. But yeah, there's this one. Then there's two other geodes around here. There is this one, which I did get a couple of skeleton horses during this, so here is one of them. I'd actually probably take one back with me. This geode, which I do have stuff planned for in here. I just ran out of time and wanted to get this video finished because I kind of got burnt out on Minecraft for a while over the holidays and with school and everything. And I really just wanted to move on to like the next project and have this going in the background. Because I'm gonna be honest, for an episode 3 project, this was way too ambitious. Was this third one, and that's where the nether portal is. Yeah, this is what I have of Eden. I do very much want to finish it, because, like the real one, this is unfinished. But I do have the schematic for it, which looks, well, like this. As you can see, there's quite a bit that isn't here. All of these massive towers that would stick out, and all of the correlations along the glass is just stuff that I didn't have the resources for when building this. Also, there's all of the flora around here, and I would really want to introduce fauna too, in the form of sniffers, because those are in this version of Minecraft now. I recently updated to to 1.21 because of the mods I'm using and just having to manually configure everything. It was slightly annoying, so I just hadn't for a while. But yeah, this is like the whole area that it's gonna be someday. But I don't know how long that's gonna take, because I want to do other things. I've actually got like my next 2 builds planned out, but I just haven't done them because I've been working on getting this edited and all of that done. Yet this is what it's someday going to look like. And yeah, I will try to get better at uploading. I've got another episode planned that I have, like, most of the resources just from mining this out. And I basically just have to do a couple of minor things and then do the building for that episode. None of it started recording. I am not, this time, I have not gone through the entire building process, not the entire building, the entire pre-building process of it. Why do I keep going in here? I want to turn off the schematic. I have not gone through all of the pre-building of the episode before starting on filming or anything of it, or before getting this episode finished like I did this one. But I want to get that done. I really want to mess around with some of the new stuff. I have not done a trial chamber. I have not been to the cherry forest. I have the wood and everything because I got a wandering trader a while ago. I think I was still doing the episode 2 stuff when that happened. I have not seen anything with the newest update with Pale Moss or anything. That's not even the newest update anymore. The newest one's with the leaves. I really want to go through all of here and put in the leaves. That looks so good when this is all done. Yeah, I have a lot of plans for this, and I'm wanting to get better at uploading and managing everything with this to actually get stuff done. But yeah, my next episode should hopefully be coming around next month. If everything goes right, it will definitely be this physical year. I want to get that finished too, but I don't know how long that'll take. But yeah, I'm wanting to do that, and I actually have a plan to do a live stream at some point in the next week or two. I'm just waiting on my friend to get the computer working again. I'm going to do a stream of playing League of Legends, because I've been playing that for like 2 years now, and I have fun with it. So I'm going to play that on stream. Hopefully not, destroy anything. Yeah, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. You can probably tell where I get inspiration from. I get a lot of my vibe inspiration in this from Stampy. If that's not obvious. Yeah, that's why I do that. And doing it just now. I did not like doing it. So yeah, that's, at least for right now, that's probably going to be the last time I say goodbye like that. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye. See you next time.